Hi everyone, Andy from Raycom here today to tell you about something that doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, they're usually pretty cool. A new product from Phonak to go with the Roger Phonak earpiece system. This is the product, it's the Roger On. This is a trial unit that we've got here, but they are readily available now. What does the Roger On do? It actually replaces the functionality of a couple of existing Roger products. The touchscreen and the multimedia hub. Both of those products are now discontinued, ex-products, but all the functionality of these two units comes into this nice little neat new package. So the Roger touchscreen was used for kind of two functions. One was as a prompting tool, so you could have the touchscreen around your neck and you can talk into it. It's a direct connection to the earpiece. There's no need for this transmitter in that respect. Exactly the same with the Roger On. You can log one of these onto a Roger earpiece and you can talk directly into here, straight into the earpiece of the presenter or the talent that you're working with. It comes with a little natty cord that goes around your neck, or you can just simply hold it. You can also put it on a desk, and there's 3 microphones on the top, so a group of people can sit around the unit and all get their feed going into the earpiece. So that's the two uses that the Roger touchscreen used to do. That's working as a prompting tool, and you can use it to adjust the volume of individual earpieces. Some people say, oh, the Roger's too loud or it's too quiet. Very, very easy then with this unit. Go very close to the Roger earpiece and you can individually increase or decrease the volume that they're getting. And then the other function that it replaces is for the MMH. Now the MMH was a cool little tool in itself. Effectively the lowest cost transmitter that you could get in the Roger range. Once again, you could just connect this directly to a Roger earpiece and then put a feed into the bottom, 3.5 jack in the bottom there, put in any audio feed and that goes out to the Roger earpiece. And in the same way, this unit has a little USB on the bottom there, but there is a lead, which I'll show you in a moment, which then connects to an audio feed. So you can put that in place and get an audio feed directly through the Roger On to the earpiece. No need again for the transmitter. The transmitter's sitting here because basically it's in the range, but we're not really going to be talking about it very much today because it's not doing anything. Saying that, you can actually have a Roger transmitter working at the same time as a Roger On, so you can have both in the network and both going to the earpieces that you're working with. So that's the functions. It's a prompting tool, and it's also a standalone transmitter that you can put any audio feed in. Now that's where a very important part of the architecture, the structure of the Roger system comes in. Roger is 2.4 gig. We know that a 2.4 gig transmission range on this equipment at the power levels that it is relatively limited. You know, indoors you'll get 20 to 30 meters, outdoors you'll get sort of maybe only 15 meters because of the way that 2.4 gig works. So there are times where you need to be doing a longer distance to get to your Roger earpiece, you know, a long shot outside particularly, where it's going to be useful to get more range. So there's a clever way of doing this, and you used to be able to do this with the MMH. You can now do it with the Roger On. Effectively what you do, you bring in a UHF IEM receiver. And it can be any UHF IEM receiver that's got a 3.5 output on the top of it, which it will do. You simply plug that into the bottom of your Roger On the USB. USBs always go in the wrong way first time. Second time, that was pretty good actually. And then you pop this into your IEM receiver. Your IEM then is doing the big distance, and then the Roger On is doing the small distance from wherever you've concealed this up to your earpiece. And obviously this is a lot smaller than the previous MMH, a lot lighter as well. I mean, it weighs virtually nothing. And you can therefore conceal this a lot more easily on the talent, and you won't get so many complaints about having to wear 2 packs and this sort of thing. And the other thing you can do with it is you can simply leave that duo together of the Roger On and the IEM earpiece, IEM receiver, and just pop that in the vicinity of the set. So it doesn't actually need to be worn by the talent, because the range from here to the earpiece, we know, is indoors particularly, is still sort of 20 to 30 meters. So that's working with an IEM, which is a pretty cool thing. And that's it really, that's the Roger On. It's about the same price as an MMH, so it's now replaced, the MMH is the lowest cost transmitter that you can get for a Roger earpiece, in a nicer, neater little package, the Roger On. While I'm here and we're talking about Roger earpieces, I actually wanted to show you something else, which is something I've been looking around for a while, and is quite cool. Roger earpieces generally, I'll show you this one first of all, are, you know, very small, very neat, and most people will work with these and they fit very snugly inside the ear. If they're not so snug, you can put a little soft wrap around it to sort of take away any movement and give you some more isolation. But we've now found a way that you can do it with even more isolation and even more comfort by using a custom mold with the Roger earpiece. So your talent goes away, gets an impression of the actual shape of their ear. We then produce that into a custom mold, and the Roger earpiece fits snugly into that. So you're getting ultimate isolation, fantastic comfort, and all the fears of it dropping out or whatever else have completely gone. So those are available now at a relatively modest cost, very, very easy to produce, and give the talent a little bit more confidence in using a Roger earpiece. So that's what we have for today, the new Roger On, a nice little product from Phonak, and as discussed, the custom mold earpieces, which I think will be really, really popular. That's it. Thanks very much for watching. Be proud of your sound.